This is Richard Hoffman with BWE Firearms, and today we're going to be talking about the Sterling submachine gun, also known as the E11 Star Wars blaster, which is what they made the blaster out of. They just put some fins up here and a scope mount. I want to say the blaster, but it's not. It's the Sterling submachine gun. Was developed in the 50s, late 40s, early 50s, after World War II, and it is the next generation of the Sten submachine gun. It is an open bolt submachine gun. Fires from the open bolt. Magazine comes out the side like the British submachine guns do. 9mm. It's a very nice gun to shoot. It's a tube gun, which, if you're not familiar with the term tube gun, is a submachine gun that is basically made out of a freaking tube of steel. And that's how a lot, the Stens are tube guns, the Lanchesters are tube guns, the Sterlings are tube guns. There's a whole slew of tube guns because they're easy to make. So this is the Sterling Mark IV. To extend the stock, it's got the folding stock on it. You simply pull that down, lock that in place, and pull that down. Then you've got the stock extended. To close the stock, there's a little latch right here. You can see the little latch moving. You just go like that. Push this cap in. And there's a little latch right there. See the key hooks into that there, and it's locked in place. All right, to disassemble this, you push this little latch in. See, right there. Push the cap in, twist it, and the cap comes off. You have this run the bolt back to that round opening and then work the bolt handle out. Then the recoil spring comes out, and it's kind of a funky two-piece recoil spring. I have no idea why they did that. And you can take the bolt out. Now, I guess we can take the barrel out. There's these two Allen head screws right there. Those have to come out. Take one out. Take the other out, and this barrel sticks a little bit. So you got to kind of give it a little tap. Then you got to take this barrel. You know what? I got to take the ejector out too. All right, now I found the right Allen wrench. So the ejector is here, and it's held in place by that little Allen wrench. So you just unscrew that Allen wrench. Okay. So you're going to take the magazine release out. Unscrew that. Take the rod out and the spring. There's the mag catch. And then you can slide this out, kind of grab it, pull that little sucker out. Now that that's out of the way, you can turn this barrel. And I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's the studs for this and everything else. You gotta wrap the barrel around, get it out of the way. Oh, sometimes I hate this gun. There we go. Give it some taps, and the barrel comes out. Now that you got your barrel out, you can get this out of the way. And this screw here says lock this way and free this way. So you've got to turn it to free. So you turn it to free, and then you push it from the other side. Until you can get a hold of it. Pull that off. Take the script, take the grip screw off. And then, if you're smarter than this thing, okay. Then to take the trigger guard up, slide it forward, pull the back end down a little bit so this hook disengages from the front, and then that's your trigger group. And then you are stripped. Put it back together. Let's start with the barrel, because that's the biggest pain in the ass part. So you drop that down there. Okay. Work on rotating the barrel around so it clears that stud in there. Which is a real pain in the butt. There we go. Now that it drops down in there, you got to rotate the barrel again. Usually at this point you can stick your fingers through there. And you can get that lined up and push it into place. Take your two screws. Get them started. Crank them down. Put the trigger guard back in place. Back goes in first. So it's like that. Push it forward. And that hole should line up. Slide your grip on. Put the screw in. Knock the bolt over. Tighten that up. Take your weird little screw that's not a screw, it's a pin. I don't know if you can. It's kind of a weird little deal. Push that in from the lock side so it's set up for free. Turn it to lock so it locks that all in place. Now it's time to put your ejector back in, which you just drop through there into that hole. Line that up. Put your magazine catch in right there. And then put the spring and the plunger in like that. Tighten it up. Now put your ejector screw, and it goes right down in there. And there's a hole in the mag well that tip should go in. Lock that in place. Then take your bolt, and remember this runs sideways. So all the grooves on the bolt don't go down, they go to the side. So you slide that in till you line it up there. Then you got to take this, the bolt handle goes through that hole. So you got to drop it down in there. And you need 3 hands to get all this lined up. But then once it's all lined up, it goes in. And you pull the trigger and let that go forward. Take your cap. Push in that latch. Turn it. And you're good to go. They are a very good subgun. Collapse the stock down. There we go. And that's the Sterling Mark IV submachine gun.